Hey drummers, how's it going? It's Alex once again, bringing you some more fun-free drumming ideas. For this week's lesson, we've got a straight-up, in-your-face drum fill. It combines 30-second notes with more 30-second notes and the occasional 16th note. What I'll do if I just show it to you between the kick and the snare, then a nice little orchestration around the kit, you can take this idea, do what you want with it, and come up with something special for yourself. So, if you like what you saw in the intro and you want to give this a crack, stick around and I'll break it down. Here we go. Alright, so if we dive straight in and learn the sticking pattern between the kick and the snare drum, essentially what you're doing is you're playing these little groups of 3 16th notes, but we're going to take those 16th notes and split them into 30-second notes. So for the first group, we're going to play 4 30-second notes with the hands, which if you sort of put those together, you've got 2 16th notes worth, and then we'll do a 16th note kick, and then we're going to repeat the same thing, but then we're going to split that 16th note kick into 2 30-second notes as well. So we're always playing in like groups of 3 16th notes, and by the time you've done sort of 4 of those, that takes you up to beat 4, and then we're going to play a burst of 8 30-second notes, which will be the same as 4 16th notes, if you get me maths wise. So sticking pattern wise, it's really simple. We've got right left kick, so there's your 16th note kick, and then we're going to play the same again, right left kick kick. So we split that 16th note into 2 30-seconds. We get alright, and by the time we said play that little sequence twice, we end up on beat 4, in which we're going to play right left kick kick, right left, which is 8 notes. Alright, and again, if we cram it all together, it's going to sound like this. Alright, so it's very simple in nature, but it sounds quite aggressive when you start chucking it around the kit and be used in, you know, lots of different genres of music. So, let's speed it up a little bit. One more time. Alright, so that's the sticking pattern between the kick, the snare, and, well, when we go to the hi-hat for beat 1. What we're going to do is we're just going to take the notes we play on the snare drum and we're just going to play around the kit like this. Okay, so for the first 2 groups of and then we'll just bring everything over to the snare and it will sound like that all together. So one more time. Alright, and if we speed it up a little bit more. That was wrong. It can start sounding pretty cool. So that's all there is to it. What I would suggest is you just take this idea and you just sort of move it around as you like. I mean, you could just sort of be like, and that was literally just taking the second round up to the high tom. But you can separate your hands, mix it up. In fact, it'd be quite cool if you wanted to. Come up with your ideas, film yourself doing it, send them over to me and I'll stick them up on the Facebook page, or we can make a nice little compilation for next week's video, if we get enough of you doing it. So that's a sticking pattern. I'll show you this one little orchestration. We'll pop up there, I'll play a couple of different speeds, chuck it into some groove, and then I'll come and say goodbye. So here we go. Bit faster. All right, drummers, so there it is. I hope you enjoyed that lesson. Just a nice quick one for you to sink your teeth into for this week. If you want the sheet music, you can go and download that from onlinedrummer.com completely for free. Also, while you're over there, you can check out my quick start guide to playing drums. But if you're playing around with this one, you probably aren't a quick start guider. So if that's the case, go and check out my ebooks, which has got some more sort of bits and bobs like this. Also, if you want to support the channel, there's a link to my Patreon page down below. And there's also links to Facebook and Twitter if you just want to come and say hello. So until next time, take care, keep drumming, and I'll see you next Thursday for some more fun free drumming ideas. All right, see you later.